to share a little bit about the history of the Federation. But let me tell you before I even get into that, to tell you that how did I get involved in it? I got involved. I've been involved in the National Federation of Democratic Women for close to 20 years. And at that point, I was coming off of, in a sense, being, when I really got involved, of being on the town council in East Hartford. And as you are, I was the only woman on the town council. And when I got elected, the second time, the first time I got elected, we really kind of thought this was going to just be like a one-term thing. I'm going to do this for 2 years and I'm going to be done kind of thing. But what I found was that I liked it, and I liked being there, and I liked being part of leadership. To be honest with you, I never really liked going out and knocking on doors, but I did it because I also liked meeting people. So when I came on my second term, I was elected as the vice chair, but that wasn't an easy thing for me. We had six council candidates that were Democrats that had been elected. And on the Sunday night, before we were going to go in and be sworn in, we were at somebody's house, the chairman of the council, and everybody was sitting around. They're all like jockeying for like positions. And I'm sitting there, I was the only female in the group. And they're all saying, well, you know, I'm going to be the chair. No, I'm going to be the vice chair. No, I'm going to be the majority leader. And I very quietly sat back and I listened. And then I said, well, wait a second. I know here in South Windsor, it's the highest vote getter that becomes the mayor. And I know that history of that. But in East Hartford, I said, you know, I was one of the highest vote getters. I said, I want to be in a leadership position. I'm a well-qualified person. I've been working here for a long time. I've been in politics for a long time, and I want a leadership position. And I went on to become the vice chair, and I held that position for like the next 6 years that I was on the council. At the time, I mean, you all know this. I know most of the people in this room. I was working full-time. I was raising 3 small children. I was very involved in the political environment. But, you know, I got up and I had people that would say to me all the time, I don't know how you do what you do. And I would look at them and say, I don't know how I do what I do. I just do it. That's what we women do. We just get up and we just do it. And, you know, and that's really kind of like what got me to the Federation. So I got involved, and at the time, when my kids were quite a bit younger, you know, they were like 8, 9, and 10 kind of a thing, getting involved in the National Federation, you're going to laugh when I say this, but sometimes it was just like the opportunity once a year to get away from your kids, get away from your life at home, you know? And so I went, and I was just a member, and I would go with another friend. But I got really involved, and I started to really get to know a lot of the people in this organization. And then I became, because of my experience on the council of having written lots of resolutions, I became the resolutions chair. So all the resolutions nationwide had to come through me, and I had to rewrite them and, you know, get them past committee and things like that. And I did that for 4 years. And then 2 years ago, people on the board came to me because they were looking for some new leadership and asked if I would step up and get on the board and run for 4th or 5th vice president. We have 5 vice presidents. And I don't know if any of you know Dorothy Maroka from Colchester. She's a past president of the National Federation. And she was on the board, and she was on the nominating committee, and she asked me. And I said, Doc, I said, I will do this for you because you're my friend. I said, but I'm going to tell you right now, this was 2 years ago. Tell you right now, I said, I have no interest in being president of this organization. Well, here I am. Here I am. Because, you know, thank you. I've always believed, when I was Democratic Women's Club president, I was a state president for the Federation, I served on the town council for the 8 years, and I'm doing this at this point. I've always believed that, particularly with women, you know, we tend to sit back and say, well, let somebody else do it. Like, it's okay, I don't really have the confidence to do it. But we have to mentor people. And we have to bring those women along and just say to them, you know what, we need you to get involved. We need you to get involved. And like that's kind of what happened with me. I had people that were just kind of like pushing me all along the way. And, you know, and I found out that I enjoyed being there, but we also have to be there because we're good leaders. We're organized and we're good leaders. But, you know, I just really wanted to just share with you a little bit about the Federation and where it kind of started, because it's really not even that old, you know. So it was established in 1971 only. So we're coming up on 45 years next year of the organization. And at the time, it was just a way to get women together to support women's voices in the Democratic Party. We have 37 chapters around the country, but we're always looking for ways to expand beyond that. It was formed in October of 1971, when there were 27 women that gathered at breakfast during the Democratic Women's Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C. Rilla Moran was her name. She was elected as the temporary chair. And the group set in May 1972 as their first annual meeting in Nashville, Tennessee. Rilla Moran later became Rilla Moran Woods, who was the founder of the organization. She was elected and she served from 1972 until 1977. when a woman named Jean Ohm came on from South Dakota to continue on. So we're a very young organization. And one of the things under my term as the president right now that I'm really very proud of is that in November, I'm scheduled to be in Washington, D.C. the weekend of the 15th and 16th of November, when we finally, after about 5 or 6 years, are able to, we have a meeting with the Library of Congress to turn over all of the records from the National Federation of Democratic Women, all of the records of all the past presidents, the conventions, the regional reports, the newsletters, everything. And this committee has been collecting this stuff for quite a long time to turn the materials over to the Library of Congress so that we really have a place there. The other really exciting thing for me is that as president of the Federation, it gives me a seat on the executive board of the Democratic National Committee. And I'm very proud to be there because where did that Tim go anyway? Where did he go? Oh, there you are. He said, yeah, you really are going to be a delegate. Yes, I will be a delegate to the National Convention next year. But in addition to that, besides my position on the executive board, we have 2 elected positions from the National Federation. So that's a total of 3 positions. That gives us a bit of power, but not enough. And believe me, people on the DNC would grab those seats away from the National Federation in a minute if they could do that. So I'm very excited about that as well. But in addition to that, going back to the conversation that I had with Liz, she had said to me, I was in the military. I carried a weapon. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I'm going to say what's important. I can be a good leader. And you know what? I totally got what she said, because that's absolutely true. It's like, it's not about the gender. What we need is we need strong leadership. Women have 53% of the electorate. And what we need to do is we need to get out there and tell people to get out there and go and vote. And we need to call people on the phone, and we need to get behind people like Liz to say, you know what, we need strong leaders. That's what this is about. So I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for all of you for having me here today. Thank you.